we are seeing a lot of play across the board. So 13 unpicked heroes. This day 3 of group stages, and
SF mid.
Yep. SF mid against who though? Brewmaster is currently around the mid lane. We'll see engagement up top. Fade gets the win run. He may still be dead. The races are leveled, and Moon gets the last hit. He will be going back mid based on his items, it looks like. Gets the first blood. Doesn't get any souls for it, and won't be able to get souls until he's going to go and bully Sylar. Sylar runs past him. He's like, I love this. He doubles back. He's going to get there first, but there is going to be a Bramble Maze. He walks into it. He may pay for it with his life. He is pretty fast here on the Luna. Getting slowed down a little bit. 335 movement speed. The body blocks need to be good. It's great. Jabs playing on point. There's going to be one more right click. Oh, God. Ice, you had it. He gave it to his friend Jabs, though. What?
I mean, he was getting last hits because Freeze walked in. Maybe Freeze was a little worried, too, but if only he had brought a salve with that first blood, everything would have been fine for him here. So very costly. Didn't expect to get in this kind of a situation. Thought the single tango would work out.
BDC, Silencer going down the bottom lane. That's the Dark Willow using his Bramble Mace. Should be able to do so, and that's a decent chunk of gold. He could leave it there for 3 minutes, but you know he's not expecting this.
Good timing. Just before
they just stand there and they're like, we're done.
I'm surprised
I'm on break.
Got away from that. That was so dangerous.
Oh no, those skeletons have some pretty bad pathing through around fog, particularly at nighttime. But they're going to get the kill on Yang now. Mineski with the salve up from Mushi. They turn it around, and Bill is actually shackled and stunned at top lane. There's some harass. It looks like gets him down to half health.
They're limited on mana is the one big thing, but
Luna, Sylar, he's overstepped here. He wanted to contest that pull, and he'll pay for it with his life.
Buffing it because Dark Willow was kind of spammed in pubs, but then she got competitive, and she was touched a little, but just mostly ignored as a hero. Mushi taking a lot of damage top, actually.
Stun into Shackle. Mushi getting very low here, trying to hit a blood right. There's the crit from Yang. 2 points in it. Beautiful. The skeleton's able to secure in a couple seconds. Has mangoes. Is he going to go for it? He's got the mid-range range and long one soon, but the haste rune wears off. He's got an invis instead. Tries to aim it, doesn't quite hit it. Top lane, blood right coming out. They're going to look for this Wraith King kill. He pops his magic wand. He's got a salve, but he can't find a way to use it unless he can get into these trees. And with Jabs rotating up here, will be kill as down bottom. Ice on the Brewmaster.
One thing that Venge really does for you, we saw that earlier today. The stun, the minus armor.
Jeez, that crit.
But it amplifies your team's damage so much that it makes this guy who has lots of HP and semi-low armor just straightforward. Another death on Ice. That one's really costly.
They're hoping for on the Luna. Even if she gets level 6, it might just be too many heroes to fight into right now. Fade, if Fade can scout it out, Sylar can just maybe look for the TP home. He's going to run back to his tower. Gets caught by the root though, and will get blown up before he can TP out. Curse Crown going to fight Fade as well as follow-up. Doesn't look like it's going to be there. No. Does feel worth defending top lane if you can still take bottom. They may not be able to do that though. TP in from Wraith King. Yang is here. He saved the point if he needs the reincarnation. Moon, be a little bit careful here. He has not got the best escape here. Freeze shows up with a Reaper. That's a big long duration kill. Potential Shadow Realm TP is available for Jab, so not sure they can actually kill him off. Shadow Realm to dodge the Wraith Fire Blaster. Shadow Blade queued up, and just gonna be, I mean, I think the lack of Blink Dagger and like Big Initiator makes this Shadow Blade that much more effective. Flame Brewmaster gonna get Global Silence up after a nice Shackle shot here. Freeze is gonna get him with the Reaper kill. That'll give him a lot of regen here, so they can't easily focus down Freeze unless they get some really good burst damage going. No stuns available. Moon gets one last raise, but that's not going to finish him off, as they instead will go for Yang, who's not even going to level up his reincarnation. He knows he'll die twice. It's not worth it.
That's one way that she does beat SF. She's a lot better than SF in some of these little focused team fights than he is, unless he gets a big Requiem kill from Invis, but he doesn't have it yet.
From behind though, Brewmaster and Willow going to try catch him on the retreat, terrorize potentially to a Bramble Maze, but they get the blink in, immediately stun the Brewmaster. Can they get the silence off? They will not need it. They'll burst him down with the chain stun. Jabs on the backline is going to take out Silencer, however. Can Mineski, same thing as before, you know. What are you going to do? Are you going to global silence just so you can kill me? Like, that's the only way they actually get that kill.
Okay, gonna start on Wraith King.
Right. They're gonna try and do the old let's just kill him quickly twice. They kill him once.
Can they?
Brewmaster split coming out as well. No global silence being used. He immediately blinks away. Maybe with some of that immolation damage sent from the tree. He's actually going to go for a Requiem pre-Global Silence. Just wants to make sure he hits as many people as possible with the slow as well as that damage mitigation. The chase is on. Mineski wants some kills here. Freeze in the front lane. Has to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage from the Bedlam, and he's getting incredibly low. He's going to be brought down. Couldn't find anyone to kill off. It's Bloodseeker though on Mushi. Killed off in the side, and Yang's gone jumping in. No Shadow Realm means no way out. And Jabs take her, or if the immolation from the Brewmaster split stops the blink, that's a great fight for Mineski. Instead, it's kind of an even fight, and it could get a little bit better for them. The stun into Razors. Moon is there with Ninja Boogie at the kill. Does he have an escape, though? And get the vision from the last word, and Moon should be brought down. No Shadow Blade available, and it's a long death. 60 seconds he's been...
And Wraith King has kind of similar heroes in the playstyle. It's like Blink Initiate, strong at team fighting. It's got some disables, can buy kind of similar B-tanky items. They're going to try to kill Freeze, though. This is a great grab.
Yeah.
Bloodseeker here, too.
No way to get away from the silence. They can dispel off the Ghost Shroud, and there we go. They've got a stun for him.
That was sick.
So they will bring down Freeze, and they've also Wraith King stunned somebody. You can try and burst and chain them with Global Silence. Like, Venge can't swap save them if there's Global Silence there.
Venge can't swap herself either. And, easy kill, but that's part of the reason that fives do move to those positions at this stage in the game, because they want to see break smokes. They're being tricky, so they're going to be tricky too.
Can either team get that good Blink Stun initiation and burst someone down? Luna in the front lane does not have a BKB. The Global Silence stop the Brewmaster split. Can they kill the Brewmaster? It looks like they can. The Reaper with the Eclipse. They started the fight well, but the Blood Ray going to silence up a few heroes here. Wraith King, one of them though, and he's got Reincarnation. He can deal with Ninja Boogie if he wants to, and he's going to go straight onto him with the stun. Post Reincarnation. Mushi there though is going to force him to TP out. Yang gets the kill as he TPs on home. He barely gets out of there. Moon in trouble as well. His BKB's one off. Moon is dead at the pit. 4 Mineski heroes have fallen. Only Bloodseeker remains. Goes for the solo shrine, but...
And if the fight happens a little differently, if it's Brewmaster blinking and ulting before the Global Silence comes out, the whole lane is different. He's going to look for a solo killer on DDC, but it gets stunned.
He's going to pay for this. The Shackle's there as well.
Looks like he's...
Nice. He is just not feeling it this game. He's having a rough time. Often
the damage talent, but it's really been the stuns and the super fast reactions from Thunder. It's certainly a lot about play.
Silencer runs into a Dark Willow here. Didn't use any spells there, but doesn't get out in time. The TP from the Shadow Realm wasn't quite there as Jabs will get brought down by that last right click. Bounty runes are there as...
Corruption Siler. He's got Aegis.
And he may just turn and fight. Doesn't want to use the BKB on his first life. Will go for it on his second, I imagine. VGJ doesn't need to get in there if they're going to protect him.
They got swap ready.
An instant BKB. Sylar, though, gets swapped under the tower. The physical damage is very good here.
Crap.
They get the stun out as well. That's the basher. And he's still surviving, though. He's in full retreat here. Sylar, can he get out of this one? The blood right there as well. They have the vision. They should be able to kill him with the split, but not quite. There's a blink clap. They get him just at the end as the fight underneath the Tier 1 tower unraveling as Moon brings down the Wraith King. His first life gone. The Requiem could potentially come out. Doesn't need it. Looks like going for the Razors instead. And this one, Mineski. They have managed to turn around that last poor fight. Taking this one themselves. Ninja Boogie getting chased down. Fade's going for the swag play. He's getting completely baited in. He does luckily get the kill, but...
And a Yule Scepter can defend himself and initiate if needed, and again, it's what we're looking at. When's the Global Silence?
Initiation. Blink Stun does not get BKB. The Global Silence fall. The Shackle Shot landed as well. They're going to blow up Moon. Moon's just dead. What a Shackle coming out from Fade. A sick play from him. Yang is in full chase mode here. Has a Wraith Fire Blast. Have they got the vision? No, he was hiding behind a tree. They couldn't quite get it as...
Oh, they got Mushi though.
Okay. He could have... Bigger kill, potentially. Mushi.
Boy. Did you see where he's TPing? Man, that was right in the lane.
Plain sight. And the Reaper's there as well. They get a Reaper kill out of it. That is... You still use your spells.
And he's queuing up a Hex next. Not the most common.
Yang. Requiem Yang. They're not going to BKB that damage. He will die once very quickly. Do they go for the second kill here? Swap still available. BKB, blink away. Global Silence uses what?
To help prevent.
Both teams running towards each other at this top bounty room. They are spawning soon, and both teams thought they could get it. Yang, seen him in before, just going through his reincarnation. He's going to BKB to dodge some stuns here. Shackle Shot going to land on Ninja Boogie, so that's going to perhaps remove Venge from the fight. Ninja Boogie, though, still alive. Very tanky on the Venge. Just with a bracer, and see the Requiem immediately follow the respawn. He committed the BKB for the first life, so Wraith King didn't have it for the second. Nicely played by Moon to get that kill. The chase is on for Freeze, the Brewmaster split, allowing them to just have this great catch, this amazing teamfight control, as they're going to bring down the Necrophos as well and go on to the next couple of heroes. DDC on the Silencer has Global Silence in one, doesn't get a chance to use it. Not
They're
sure
buying back.
Wanted to anyways, as they do buy back. They really want to make sure Mineski don't get Roshan, but I don't know if that's up to them because they still have at least a glimpse of vision. It also reduced Roshan's armor, so
okay, they've got
VGJ a little helping hand. There's the Blood Red giving some vision here. Silence up Sylar. He's confident about this, even without the buyback here. He feels like this is a fight he can take. Primal Split goes out. Brewmaster, who's he going to go for here? The Curse Crown catching a few. The Shackle Shot on the Primal Split. Warriors, the Silence is there. The Necrophos is just flying in the air. Sylar needs to life, so he's doing that. He can hold his ground against Mushi. That's the important thing here, not getting bashed up. Moon needs to find a good BKB Requiem. There's no more Global Silence. Moon does it from the other side. Roshan's still low. Sylar really wants it. Who's going to get the Aegis? Right. It pulls him out. What a great play from Jazz. He's getting the Venomable. Amazing Rose Sprite from Mineski, but they lose the Shadow, but he's got buyback. Is he going to commit to it? Mineski still holding their ground. Unfortunately, that's because they've been shackled. Two heroes held in place. They've taken out Silencer as well. The Wraith King down, but he has the reincarnation. He blinks into an AoE stun. Mineski wants Roshan. Fade wants it as well. He's not going to get it. He's going to beat away a gem and his life. Mineski have secured themselves as much needed Roshan. Luna is dead without buyback for 60 seconds. Luckily, as delayed, they're going to get at least a tier 3 tower. Quite likely a melee racks here if they want to be brave, but there's also 10 seconds to Luna. I'm not sure if they feel like they've got the time. They're going to throw the Primal Split so they can just delay, throw some heroes up in the air. That's exactly what they're going to do, and back off with the melee racks. Double damage on the little support bench, but even that packs a punch as they click the one to fight. And actually, Ice spotted in the trees. He's still chasing here. Can't blink because of the skeleton. Goes for the Curry instead as he gets cycling. But
it was a nice play from Wind Ranger try to save. He preempted that.
Ice blinks backwards.
And then he says, "Come on, guys, come on." I mean, he's just trying to bait this out. He knows it's the BKB, but I'll try and start the fight. There's a Hex.
Coming in, the Hex is out on the Wraith King in the front lines here. The BKB is being popped early. Ice goes in with his. Wants to go on Yang here. And they bring down this Wraith King once, let alone twice. We'll have to find out. He's a good frontliner for this one. The Primal Split off before he goes down. The Rupture does come out. They're going to get a good Terrorize off of this one here. That's Global Silence. Keeps things kind of nice and calm for now. Allows VGJ to retreat here. They're just trying to get out here, back onto the Highlands here. But Fade, who was caught by that Rupture, just had no...
But considering how in-base VGJ Thunder is, I think they're still going to feel good about this.
Yeah.
They definitely felt very in control of that whole fight. Looking for the swap force, but instead it's going to be Wraith King going in.
That's a... okay catch if they can kill him quickly and then look to set for a second kill, but that's not the case here. Instead, Ninja Boogie in all sorts of trouble on the front lines. I think they realized Mineski, they've messed up their initiation. The Hex was committed and they just need to get the hell out. Also, go back, grab these bounty runes. These bounty runes were like a 3,000 gold swing when you get 4 of them at this stage.
Yeah, it's like 120 gold per hero or something. Abyssal Blade on Bloodseeker, ready to lock down the cores that he finds. I do like this. In the right games, this is a fun Bloodseeker way to play. Go health, attack speed, lifesteal, but definitely a hero that can be very variable. He's got BKB in 5, and I think that's when they're going to be pretty happy to
once again, running in forward. This is an ideal way to start a fight for VGJ in a sense. Brewmaster blinks past. They do have the Wraith King going on first. He is the guy with reincarnation. Has a BKB for when he respawns here. Sylar getting rooted up. He's going to be getting stunned up. Does manage to dispel it though.
They can terrorize in this moment. It'd be so good actually, because they're going to run straight into the enemy team.
Both teams so close. 12 seconds before it's back up, and both bottom and top lane are pushing him pretty hard. Thunder need to address this. Go in with a Hex immediately on the Wraith King here. His second life is up in 3 seconds. He can't afford to die. Yeah, he's dead. He was just about to have the reincarnation. He doesn't have buyback now as well. They do lose the SF on the side. Sylar with his rapier damage just doing so much damage. He gets swapped back into BKBs though. He's being bashed here. The Reaper's there to deal with Mushi during this one, and Mushi going to be healing up himself, but just not enough. Sylar's damage is too much to deal with. SF's buyback. Scout.
Yeah, it's a good way to go. It's a 15-second downtime basically. 20-second up, 15 down.
Yep.
Oh, snipes a courier. Alright, it's worth it. Good.
I mean, they're pretty good rapier heroes, Bloodseeker and SF, but it's definitely not on par with the Luna.
He's actually just hitting buildings with his Earth.
He's slow sieging. The Demolish once again goes in. Send in the Earth Panda. Or they're going to send SF Illusions bottom. So distract there, send the Pandas elsewhere, go for this mid-range racks. No one wants to commit on the Mineski side. They know this is probably not going to end too well for them. Earth Panda's finishing off the mid-range racks. There's going to be a swamp in. There's the Swamp Hex. They bring down Fade. Good start.
That was so sick. Well, and they did it at the same time as the distraction of the Bruce splits.
Yep.
They thought it was going to be the slow seed, less likely to get killed by himself.
And this Silencer is wishing he got his GPM talent. I'm very surprised to see him go for the instill.
Get a swap in, and it's going to be a...
Dead
there he is. It's like, you know...
Red King taking a lot of damage down bottom. Yang forced to BKB.
Okay.
Ruptured. Limit. Then go for a blink out. Nope, he gets blinked on by Ice. That's his first life, but he's not going to have a BKB when he respawns. He's in trouble. He gets instantly hexy. The buybacks are coming out. Silencer as a global silence refresher from Jabs. He's going to have another terrorize here potentially. Is he going to go for this one? Bramble Maze trying to get it on top of the Luna as she BKBs immediately on the ground. What a shackle! Siler with the rapier going to take out the SF with a Reaper kill. He's dead for 3 minutes without a buyback. Benj is dead as well. The SF Illusion's trying to take a range track, but that's not doing anything at all. They're in full chase. Fade. His buyback is trying to get him in there. Can he find anyone? Doesn't look like it. From behind his Jabs, he knows he can get scouted here. He's pesky. He's annoying. He may even get a kill. DDC's got to be careful. Has got the Glimmer Cape. Blink away from Jabs with a Bramble Maze. He's being cute. He's being fancy here, but he's being chased down as well. Another Shadow Realm in a couple of seconds. He is just so hard to freaking kill. Shadow Realm, TP. What are you going to do about it, guys? Power shot him. There we go. You can't actually check whether they can buy them or not in the shop, I don't believe anymore.
I thought there was maybe one more in the game, but haven't seen it yet. Okay, they do eventually get the courier, but get the creep wave pushed out and SF's not there.
Or the swap in the Hex. Actually, SF is going to gun down, look for this bottom lane while his team... Sylar, Shackle Shot going to catch out too. Sylar's backing up with some big damage. Bloodseeker and Venge gets the lead immediately. SF is not going for that bottom rack, does not feel safe to do so. And buyback immediately, you can't do that anymore.
They blink forward.
Okay.
You can just stun it. I think that's a solution.
Oh.
I think. Oh,
Bloodseeker. The Hex. No. Mushi gets swapped out. Ninja Boogie's there to save the day. Moon gets the Wreck from up with the trees. Has a BKB as well. Moon needs to be careful though. Fight kind of breaking out here. A lot of damage coming out. The Luna's going to just tear apart Mineski if they can't address it. Mushi's trying to hold his ground. He bashes it. He's doing the Abyssal as well. Mushi, he actually wins the fight. He brings him down. Rapier on the ground here. Both Silencer and Necro cannot fight back. Wind Ranger dead as well. There's no buyback. Mineski has won this team fight. Mushi with the bash is just too damn good. Wraith King, he's the last to die. That's why this fight goes so poorly. He's meant to be the first to die. And Mineski have... Necro buyback, okay, he's got it in 5 gold. Wraith King doesn't have it for 2 minutes, and Mineski are going to make sure they get the Roshan first.
He's got all these pieces of his eggs. It doesn't matter, he didn't have buyback either way, but the Rosh will go
to defend once more. He's going to be so careful. A potential swap in could be coming his way. SF isn't here at the moment. SF's still at the secret shop. He needs to get with his team in the mid lane, it looks like. That's where the swap into the Hex play could be made. The swap is there into a Terrorize, but Sylar, he BKBs it. He turns the Shackle again. Fade's so good, but it's Luna deleted from the game. Mushi's physical damage is just too much at this point, and the throne is exposed. Mineski have taken game 1. It looks shaky at various times, but what a way to close it out. What a couple he fights at the end.
That was stressful to watch. I cannot imagine being on, especially mid. Your right clicks finish him off, so it can be really costly. Although last time we saw Wraith King support, I don't remember which team it was, but it felt really good for like.
Did not see.
Did burn the Shadow Realm pretty quick, so probably something like that. Freeze on the mid lane.
He's
taking a lot of harass. He's had to bring himself a Mango as well just to refill his mana pool a little bit faster, because every time he attacks, he's spending 10 mana. Huskar just spends a little bit of health, and that way he only needs to bring 1 item to him.
Mushi, with the help of Ninja Boogie, gets the first blood up top. Yang going down, looking for the second kill. No Shadow Realm for a couple of seconds. The Skeleton lane. ISS getting silenced up, pushed away from this neutral camp that Jabs has done a little side pull on. Just trying to get some better creep equilibrium, but he'd also previously arrowed the big creep, so there was no denies happening. Up lane, Mushi talked about how he was kind of out of HP and regen. In a bit of trouble here. Doesn't actually get hit by the Bramble Maze. Fade. Not doing quite as good as what we saw with Jabs. Can he juke this one? Yep. No, he's got vision from Tiny.
Very low chance. There's like one. I mean, don't get them as often, but the timing's coming up here. And
well, he can even check 2-minute runes as well, since Huskar's not getting runes, so that's true. Why not? Top lane. Gonna be an avalanche into a toss combo with a Bramble Maze on top. Ninja Boogie. Nicely brought down by VGJ Thunder. Not the biggest of kills, but
start is got to be a scary thing for VGJ Thunder.
Yeah, the side lanes have kind of gone alright for them, but we'll see what happens once this Lycan Helm the Dominator comes online. He's got it now. Sylar is so good at these level 6 rotations, something he's very well known for. But before that can happen, we're going to have to see Yang on Tiny getting rotated on up top. There is an arrow.
Great toss.
Needed. Yang, yep, we'll toss him back. Can he line up the arrow? His invis needs to make sure he can hit it. Lands it perfectly with a Wraith by Blast to follow. That'll be a dead Tiny. Mushi getting the last hit as well. Back at bottom lane as this goes on. Brewmaster, he's just dancing his way back to the tower, rolling on his little keg here. TP with the clap.
Is it gonna work?
Oh, that was so close. +2, -2.
You need to get real position, gets Bramble Maze. The Lycan would have popped ulti, they would have gone for that one. So, despite kind of owning his lane, Moon is lost out pretty heavily by having to jungle, fearing those ganks.
Yep. Back at bottom, Silencer. DDC just wants his level 6, but he's also in a bit of a pickle here. Jabs behind the tower, leaps in with the illusion rune. Gets silenced up though and can't actually maybe get away from this one. Okay, leaps away into the trees just barely in time. No vision for the Shadow Realm. Jabs has an arrow if he can land it on someone. Is he going to throw it before he TPs out? What's the play going to be? Oh no, he missed the arrow. He thought he landed it. Jabs! Oh no, he dies in the fountain too. The last tick of the Arcane Curse. He has no points in Curse round, so.
Mushi wants fight stun, almost hits, very close, and like an ulti popped. They're going for him.
Mushi's mana is being burnt. He levels up Reincarnation with the wand. He's 177. He barely had the mana for that ultimate.
He'd have to be ganking with a stun setup, and that's either Wraith King or the Venge.
Jabs is like, I want to arrow this Helm creep. But he's getting arrowed up top. No, he's not getting arrowed up top. He's getting arrow tossed at top. We take Roche, we take high ground. Game over at 25 minutes. Like, that's their Lycan game plan. Side stunned up with the Global Silence, preventing the Primal Split ultimate. I think they were just happy to commit big spells to get a single pick off, because their timing comes
to be trivially easy to kill him.
3-man smoke from Mineski. They show Brewmaster mid and they look to find someone to initiate on. Swap into Yang. It's brought in here. He's getting an avalanche off, but Moon will still be able to finish him off on the Husker. And Magic back.
With Mushi, it could be way different. They've got only 1 point in Vampire, but that's still 18% lifesteal.
Yep.
Clearing out the Wolves, and now they're taking it to Roche. Bramble Maze is down, and now it's basically it for Dark Willow. He's got no more teamfight presence. They can't even contest this.
Yeah.
They're coming, though.
They really want to do this. It's too late. Aegis already is dropped, and just doesn't really feel like a fight VGJ should be taking, but they've got Necro 3. They see all these heroes through the invis here. Mushi not going to lose that much mana immediately. Needs to pop these wand charges, but before he goes down, Mushi, your wand, use it. Oh, Mushi doesn't get the reincarnation off. Maybe he wanted to save it for the next fight. Could have been intentional, as Silo is still chasing Ninja Boogie. If Mushi had used reincarnation, I can only imagine he would have died twice there, so yeah, not the end of the world for him.
Pretty good cleanup. I mean, it looked like Mineski wanted to take the fight, but the Global Silence lasted for a while. They were able to burst down Ice on the Brute.
Silo's back in the jungle, look for something else. Finds a Hellbear. Happy to go with that. DD rune at bottom. Luckily for Mineski, maybe. Oh, do they scout it out? Are they going to grab? Bedlam at mid. Swap back. Ninja Boogie trying to help out Moon here. He's got Aegis, but they may just be wanting to kill him twice here. Fade, actually, he's the one in some trouble here. Venge buys back right after dying here. Moon's still alive on the side here. We'll see if he wants to go back in, knowing that he's got this Aegis and has 2 lives to play around with, as well as the armlet. He's actually healed up a decent amount here, so they could try and fight here. The arrow goes flying in, catches the Sylar Lycan. He's completely locked down in place. No shapeshift movement speed for you when you're 5-second arrowed. What an arrow from Jabs. They'll get a follow-up kill as well, taking down DDC. And that's going to come when they get these double BKBs, so potentially things will improve here. Can Freeze kill Ice with the straight MKB? You got to imagine, yeah, that's an easy one. Particularly with a Blink Avalanche as well.
Been over Club 2, so a little more HP for him. Mushi's no ulti for 60 seconds, no Blink Dagger. He's got 3,000 gold in the bank. Does not want to die here.
They're just going to go. They toss him back. They pull him far out of position. We saw it with the Venge in the past. We're going to see it now with Mushi's Wraith King. He dies without the ultimate proccing once again. Oh, he actually still had it on cooldown. There's Moon in the mid lane. He's going to turn and fight. Knows that he hasn't got an Aegis anymore. Has to be very, very careful at this one. But they've mostly dealt with the Lycan problem here. Sideline, his whole creep army is somewhat disappearing as Yang going to turn around. Avalanche shots. They get the Husker. That's a big kill for them as Jabs also getting caught by a Spirit Vessel. One more right click from the Glaive. That's going to finish him off. And Ninja Boogie in trouble as well. VGJ have taken a great team fight. Once again, we see it. They get their ultis. They smoke up. They have Necro 3, and they just obliterate Mineski.
Maybe a big miss. Huskar ends up dying on the high ground, costing them a lot. Now the push is going to continue. He might even have to buy back here.
Even should he buy back? We'll see if there's enough to do. Avalanche toss back. There's the buyback. Ice does not have his ultimate, and the Clink's MKB is going to tear him apart. No solutions for that one.
And Moon does have to buy back, waste that. Doesn't even get the got the Radiance on Wraith King side. Still going to have some survivability problems. Armlet does go a ways to solving that here. Maybe they're going to kill Wraith King. Here's the Ava, here's the toss. Gonna get some mana drain, maybe an invis, but there's an Echo 3, so
he will reincarnate, but
pops the wand.
His teammates are very far.
Some other hero somewhere else. Instead, it's gonna be on Moon.
Is he gonna go for this kill? Doesn't look like it. Can't actually deal with the Halberd. Instead, it's a fight over on the side. The Terrorize comes out, stops the vents. The split's already come out though. 3-man Curse Crown. Meanwhile, Moon is getting focused down above. The BKB preventing the Halberd from coming out, and very good call. Just commit the BKB, bring down the Husker. He's dead for 60. Ninja Boogie from the high ground is getting pelted away. The last word damage is going to be enough. -2, +2 for the Silencer. And 2 dead already. Escaping is... They're going to be maybe seeing this get popped soon. Yang actually reveals himself there, but he's the one with Aegis. He's not the ideal target. He, I believe, saw them. He Shadow Blades in, Avalanche toss. They're going to catch... Whoa, it's the Lotus Orb toss. Not sure what happened there.
It's a 4-staff from the Hurricane.
Oh, 4-staff with the Lotus Orb. Oh, no, just the Crimson Guard. That's not a Lotus Orb. That's a 4-staff. Pushes him away, and that was a bit topsy-turvy, but they're on the high ground with a Venge kill. And Mushi needs to find a way in.
Moon's really... Oh, the toss back. This is really bad for him.
Once again, Moon pulled out. He's got no buyback. Mushi's in there. He's going to die, but he's got reincarnation. Problem is, what's he going to do in his second life? Jabs is trying to help him out with the Solar Crest as well as the Maelstrom. He's in the middle of things here. Mushi in full retreat. Knows he cannot afford to die. The toss after is just a creep, luckily. Not a hero. Arrow going to land on Yang, but he's the one with the Aegis. Bedlam chasing down Jabs. No more leaps left for him. He's in the trees. One more right click. Jabs might be dead here. And Silencer the only casualty on the Radiant side, and Mushi is...
But it's very close to them winning it. It's just they found the Tiny. That's the worst person for them to go on. He's going to have status resistance. They're not going to be able to kill that guy fast. But at least now pushing out the bot lane. They are going to be respawning shortly, but likely lose the mid-racks, maybe top as well. They're splitting up. Freeze on top. Top tower's gone. Mid-racks is gone. Top racks is probably going to fall too. Here comes Mushi from the backline, but 60 seconds till his ultimate is up.
He can't really go in. He died with the level 2 ulti and only got level 3 after it. He blinks forward, back to kind of to get to the high ground. I don't know if VGJ Thunder realized it was a level 2 ultimate, because otherwise they may just commit on Mushi, but things like top lane when he died, it would have been a great counter if Clinks didn't preemptively BKB, but I guess Clinks can also do just that. BC found out. Nice little Moonlight Shadow gang. That's the shrine there. Likely heading towards top. They don't have much vision down, but Bait happy to lead the way with his gem. Catches out Mushi, gets the Yule Scepter. Mushi going to drop into this one without a BKB. He's just going to die once very, very quickly on the side. It's going to be Tiny initiating in, trying to bring down the Husker. Succeeds in doing so. Can Mushi blink away? He's got a check him to do so. He waited a little too long, but luckily still managed to get the blink out. Ninja Boogie on full retreat, chased down by the big bad wolf. And Mirana killed off as well. This may be the end for Mineski. They're going to buy back and have one last hurrah. They've got buyback on Mirana as well. But Husker is dead for a full minute. And down the mid lane they go. They can't go for the bottom racks because of the tier 2 tower. They say no problem. Let's get the tier 4s.
We're going to slow it down with the Crimson Guard, that's for sure. Getting a lot of value out of the item, but 4 versus 5. Good abilities on the enemy team, looking for a blink tossback. Perhaps no, the double stun. Oh, that's going to be dead Mirana.
Destroyed as well. He blinked in. He's got reincarnation. His second life. It's not going to be much prettier though. Without a BKB, there's just no options for him. No blade mail as well to return this damage. Doesn't really matter what items he has at this point. VGJ Thunder have just pulled out a Sylar Lycan Clinic. This guy, he knows his Lycan.
Yes. Laning stage was more than good. His early rotation